Hi, Taurus. It's Samantha from Soul Pathways, and I'm here to give you your um, love reading for couples for now until the end of June, okay? Why? Because it's the end of May. So I'm going to give you the rest of May through June, okay? This is a general reading for couples, those who are coupled up or in any type of coupled relationship or commitment, okay? In love. This would be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Then, why Venus and Mars? Because those are the planets of love. Okay? Venus would be for women, Mars for men. It's a general reading, though. So take from it what you can and leave the rest. I really advise that you be very discerning, Taurus, when it comes to the messages here. Also, Divine has been coming in very heavy in these readings, and upon the very first reading, Divine has added in energetic couplings. These couples would include any past life couples with soul ties and soul contracts, covenants. These would be in the present unions that are together or not, but that you know are coming together, okay? That you're aware you're working on currently, okay, in the 3D. So those are also, there could be messages here for you today. If you're a Taurus and you're in a soulmate or twin flame or even kingdom spouse union or coming into, you could find that there are messages here for you from Divine on those types of relationships as well. So I just needed to specify that because those were added in the very first reading and I hadn't intended on If you want to see a very flabbergasted Samantha, you should watch the Capricorn reading when Divine did that to me. Yeah, my reaction was rather, you could see I was not, yeah, I just didn't know how to handle that one, but it's actually worked out quite well. So, nevertheless, the deck's been cleansed, cleared, and meditated on, and I'm ready to get going. So, I hope that you're doing well today, that you had a fabulous Memorial Day weekend, and let's get Divine in here and get going. Hi, Divine. Can I get messages on Taurus couples in love between now and the end of June? Yeah. Highlights. He said, stop. And stop. Wow, this card came out. I don't remember, but it was the last time I read one of those readings had this card too. This is like big. I got a download earlier today, Taurus, that this is the week that is big. Many people are stepping into people who carry who walk in spirituality are stepping into new timelines, basically new lives, basically. Like new jobs, new marriages, just whole new worlds that they created. They're rebirthing new lives, and they're starting to step into those lives starting this week. You got dreams. And she's jumping up and down with a heart balloon, which this is love, right? And that dress is green, which is the heart chakra. It's green and white, which is white is purity. It makes me think of divine, so divinely guided. She's heaven. She's looking towards heaven. You could be dreaming of somebody, so that's a message for both. So I've been splitting it into 3D and energetic unions. So when I say for both, I mean both energetic unions in 3D. So just to differentiate, because some of the unions I speak to haven't come into union yet because they're not. They're soul tied and soul contracted, but they're still working on it. Anyways, surprise is at the bottom of the deck. There could be synchronicities. I heard dream come true. Ta-da! Here I am. Or here's the good news. I have a feeling you're either going to be that good news. Like I'm seeing. This is crazy. Oh my God. Like somebody jumping out of a cake. So maybe somebody is. Are you jumping out of a cake for somebody? Or like out of a box? Somebody's getting like a big surprise. Somebody's surprising somebody. It's like a big surprise. Like you're going to get a big surprise. And you could be the surprise. Or you could be somebody's big surprise. Or you're going to get a big surprise. This could be either group. It could be for the energetic group or for the 3D group. Okay. I just heard long time coming, and I got connections here. So this is definitely, now we're talking 3D group. But I just heard not necessarily. This could actually be work related for those in the 3D, which would be something you'd celebrate together with your partner. So if you're waiting on good news in the 3D, looks like it's coming in. Ooh. And it doesn't even have to be work. For some of you, this is a child. No. If it is, congratulations to you. Nothing more precious than a bundle of joy, I'm telling you that. Innocent, truly. But if it's not a child, I do feel like this could be the birth of like a new enterprise or business partnership, something to do with business or income stream. You went through a lot to get here. You were tested. It feels like, see, that you got tested and then labyrinth here. So you had to go through quite the bit to get where you're at. You had your moments, right? Where the challenges made you want to jump off a cliff, I'm sure. But there were certain boundaries you had to get through, and they really put you to the test, put your union to the test. But you really did work through it. And I just heard, you passed. You passed. You passed. Yes. You passed. Wow. And I just felt I just got really dizzy, which is you leveling up. You just leveled up, my friend. Surprise! Yes, underneath soul. You leveled up. Your soul leveled up. So, and you know, take from this what resonates. Okay? For some of you, that is the case. For others of you, what you went through was regarding a soul connection, a contract there. And you went through a surprising amount of issues. You had things you had to let go of. I just heard you had levels of betrayal you had to work through, guilt you had to work through, because of things you needed to let go. So there was letting go and then guilt. You had to heal. And that was because of feelings you were having, even though, okay, they weren't just feelings. It was the love you felt. Some of you are, okay, I'm just going to be straight. Some of you are married and yet in one of these energetic bonds as well. Take it only if it resonates. And this happens not only to Tauruses, it happens to all signs, okay? But you're the first one I've been told to mention this in. Some married Tauruses were in 3D contracted marriages, but also in spiritually soul tie or soul contracted or covenant contracted soul energetic unions, which were designed and agreed upon well before even getting into this incarnation, which trumps any 3D anything. So when you see this person, there was instant, like, magnetism, yeah, intensity. You knew there was something there. Oh yeah, there it is. It was for some. I heard, look down. 1111 is the sign of twin flame. So for some of you, it was a twin flame at 1333. So 1333. So some of you are also starseeds. So this is oh my God, you're ancient. You're old. You're old as the hills. And I mean that in the best way. Take only what resonates, but your souls is what I'm talking about, not you here in the 3D. I mean, you could be very young. You could be 20 for all I know. But you've probably always been somebody who is wiser than most. And you probably get a lot of people who come towards you. You're older than an old soul. You're ancient. And not many people get called ancient souls because there aren't many ancient souls out there. And if you're told otherwise, they're getting that wrong. That's a fact. So really take that message to the universe and ask for a direct sign. Pick the sign. Say, if this message is for me, let me see this, and this or this, or let me see this, just one thing. Let me see, I don't know, a red Lamborghini. Whatever, you know, whatever it is. Make it something unusual. But let it be known. And, or make it a special word. I have a few things that I do. Or a special sign. For me, sneezes. I mean, how often are you getting sneezes? And then certain colors or certain words, you know, made up words. So really go in and ask for this to happen, and it will be a sign if it does, that this message is for you. Nevertheless, some of you, your marriage is or was disrupted by a twin flame connection. But not fully, I was just told. It's not that it wasn't without its issues before, but that's a message I'm getting, that for some of you, it's something you have had to let go or have to let go, and there's a level of guilt, not to mention legal things you need to go through in order to reach union with your partner. And I don't know why, but I feel like for this energetic partner, you want to marry him. Because look there's a tuxedo and a wedding gown here. So I feel like now that I just shared a story, like you left, you went through the legal thing, blah, blah. Now, here we are. And you went through all of that. Surprise, dream come true, here I am, blah, blah, blah. And here, will you marry me? Sort of thing. Here's my heart. And then attached to that heart is a balloon and some sort of, you know, yeah, love note. That'll anchor you in because you admire them. They complete you. And you trust them. Ooh, mine too. Okay. And you're deeply rooted in with them emotionally. And you give them a ring. They're going to be deeply receptive to you. But they're going to need to think about it. Look at that Buddha. They need stillness and time. They're going to want to think. True love, marriage, and rekindle. Embracing the bond. They're going to want to embrace the bond to commit. So, I feel like that you'll rejoice in the end. That's for some. Take what you can and leave the rest. That's very interesting. Pay attention to the signs, Taurus. There are always signs. So in the 3D, I'm hearing let's go on a date. You've been tested with challenges lately. Wow, obstacles. What's the enlightenment about? A level of guilt, which is intense, regarding some sort of temptation that needs to be let go of. What's the temptation? Some sort of union. So was there somebody else, Taurus? You or somebody, or they? Or if it's not somebody else, what is this temptation? Needing to let it go. Now, I'm being told this union could be uniting together to work through letting go of the temptation. So counseling could be at hand. Needing to set boundaries, more power in working together, honoring the bonds of commitment, honoring each other's feelings, recognizing that they impact, this temptation impacts both, all. So if there are children, let's say you're married, it impacts the entire unit. I'm a counselor, just so you know. I do have a counseling master's, and so I know what I'm talking about. I've done some counseling. So you're learning, you'll be learning and growing together to respect certain boundaries, which would bring clarity, emotional clarity, and balance back to the relationship. Would strengthen it, which I'm bringing in through the anchors here, which is very admirable. And the love, it would strengthen the love. You could also bring in a spiritual aspect here, which would strengthen it, and it would bring peace, if you guys could do that. Absolutely. Love, direct love. Your marriage. Okay. What's the temptation? I'm just curious. It's going to be different for different ones, you've always told. Some of you, it is a third party. You're embracing other people outside of your current connection that live at a distance. And it's making your current connection, it's killing it. What else? If it isn't physical, it's emotional. You're talking with other people, which is causing confusion. To a deeply cherished relationship. So this one doesn't feel like a marriage. This one feels like more like a boyfriend girlfriend. Where you might be talking to somebody other than somebody who you told you loved, and that's created some confusion and really hurt the trust. It's deeply hurt the trust, but also you're doing it because there's a deep attraction both physical but soul attraction. And you feel drawn to it spiritually. Now that's a weird message. So you feel drawn to speak to this other person. The universe card came out, which is my divine card. So you're feeling drawn to speak with this other person, which I'm getting through the rekindle card, which I'm just using this as a doorway. So divine is giving you a doorway to speak with another person, because at a soul level you feel you're supposed to be united or in union or bonded with them. You have a commitment there instead that you want to, which is creating boundaries with your current. So my suggestion to you then would be to consider this, your current person's emotions, you know, before moving into this other relationship, maybe. Just thoughts. Because trust me, karma's a thing, and if you keep somebody on the side and then you enter in that relationship with keeping somebody on the side, guarantee when you get in that relationship, it won't be what you think. Because divine does not reward bad behavior. What he'll do is he will withhold that relationship from you for a minute, and he'll make you pay this karma. And he'll put you in the same type of relationship you are giving the person what you're doing to the person you're with is going to happen to you with the new person. So if you're talking with somebody on the person you're with, then when you're with this new person, they're going to talk behind your back with somebody, and it's going to hurt you. It happens every time, or dang near. Wise words, yeah. Universe is popping out, so yeah. Be receptive to this advice before you rekindle or open that door. Let's get you some advice. So, some of you are in a marriage, but also a twin flame relationship. Seems to be, or twin flame, soulmate, an energetic relationship is also there. And it seems one must be relieved before you can have the other. You spend a lot of time daydreaming about this relationship. It's time to have the confidence to move out of that. So you have to make a move. See, prayers without action is called worry. It's stagnation. In the eyes of the Lord, in order to actually have the promises of that energetic union, you have to do the work to have it. And so if he made you promises of this union, he needs you to know you have to heal your heart chakra, have the confidence to step up and take on what you desire, okay? He says there's no need to worry. Step out. This is your family, your real family. You could find that you live near the ocean, or being near the ocean is significant for you, but it's time to release and surrender, okay? Be honest with yourself. I don't know that you've done that yet, but you need to go for it. Get grounded. Ask exactly for what you want, exactly. Accept what God's giving you. Cleanse yourself Listen intently, jump for joy, and be open to receive it, because the reward is coming. This is trustworthy guidance, and it's that relationship. Okay? I got an opportunity to forgive on the bottom of the deck. Okay? Now let's do 3D relationships, which we have some that might be getting divorced. We have others that are dealing with possible splits, or introduction of new children, or businesses. So, I mean, we do have several different storylines in the 3D that popped into my head today, into my noggin. What can we give these Tauruses in terms of some help? Confirmation that a child is going to be born or has been born at 3111. It will be healthy, happy. Also, water, ocean, extremely important or prevalent. Okay, for some of you, you live by the water. Also, water is, you know, emotion. So this water is rough a bit. Cleanse and clear your heart chakra. Family seems important. Get out and get some fresh air. Take your kiddos with you to the park, I'm hearing. It's time to go. Get out. Get going. Get moving. This is for group 1 as well. Get out. Time to get moving. Have confidence. There's a change in direction. Group 1 as well as group 2. Relationships are important. Obviously, this is a couples reading, but there are changes in direction within relationship. Have the confidence to do what you need to do to make the necessary changes, because this is part of your soul contract and life purpose. And at the end of the day, these things are happening to bring the greatest amount of joy. So listen to your heart, okay? There will be an opportunity to forgive for you guys as well. Remember, family. Family is very important. Ask and it will be given, followed by grounding yourself. So, nature, I'm hearing, is really important. Yeah, cleanse and detoxify. Do release and surrender. That's what this card says. Energy work could be prevalent, so that would be the need to get unblock yourself, let go of the past, and be ready for that wedding. I've seen the wedding card twice. So accept what is. Okay, folks, it's 3333 on my timer. That's your reading. I hope that you got something out of it. Thanks for coming in, Taurus, to share in this reading today. Be sure to come back, okay? I got the pick of cards. I'm going to be starting my introduction here very soon, and you'll see it hopefully soon. Popping up. Keep checking back, okay? You take care. It was a good reading, so I hope you did get something from it. Wedding popped up again, so it's time to go. Time to go. Take a move on. Things are going to work out in the end. Go for it. That's what I got. You're unique. You're a unicorn. You got this. At the end of the day. Yep. Opportunities and forgiveness, energy work. Ask and ye shall receive. Change of direction. Know it's coming. Changes are coming. And they're meant to put you on your highest timeline. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Just go with the flow. Drop the oars. Stop rowing upstream. Drop the oars and let your boat float. Life shouldn't be so hard. Don't make it any harder. Okay. Be well. Stay safe. Know you're blessed and that you're loved. Take care, Taurus. Bye.